everyone. Welcome to Shady Trees Stitches, floss tube number 41.
I'm Lisa.
And I'm Jenny.
And we're
the Shady Trees Stitches.
Hey, we're getting better. We're never really together, so it's a bit hard to get it together.
But today we are together at my house.
Yay! Jenny's house. She very nicely had me to stay. So we thought we'd jump on it and start the video this way. I'll finish it off at home later in the week, but we thought we'd do a little mini Jenny segment to start the week. But before we do a mini Jenny segment,
Yes.
I've got one whip.
Yay.
I have been working since I've been down here, my little backside off, on one project, which is the We Are Humans SAL. And it's going to be homework for numerous things, but in particular the Semi-Sane Stitches Halloween craziness. I had to do 800 stitches on something that was, I'm going hunting for accomplices. It's probably the wrong answer and I'm probably about to die, but at least I got it done. I didn't think I would because it was very challenging with driving down here and working. So it was previously looked like this, and now it looks like this. So 800 more stitches to make it look like that. And the good thing is I'm almost at the edge of the top row, but I'm way behind because they're about to release like the second last bit, and I've still got to do, well, admittedly I'm almost at the edge here, and then there's the edge, so not too long I'll be finished the edge on 2 rows, then I've just got the whole bottom row to do.
Yeah.
So very exciting. So that's what I've been stitching. What have you been stitching, Jen?
I've been stitching my smalls for the Smalls Exchange for the Mittagong Stitches Retreat, and I finished it about 2 minutes ago.
She did. And I even rang Belle for her.
Yes.
But you're going to have to wait till we do it. When we get down to Mittagong, we will do a quick film of our smalls so you can see what they are.
Yes.
And then obviously we'll film things while we're at the retreat. It's only about 3 weeks away, so it's very exciting.
Yes.
Yay. I know.
And this week, because Lisa's been here, so I have been doing a little bit of stitching, but I have been being a very nice host. I only have one bright light for stitching, and so I was letting my guest have it because, you know, her eyesight's not as good as mine. So do you want to grab my London? So I've been doing a bit of work on my tapestry, which is London. So I've been filling in some of the, because I finally got all of the colours for it. So
that's great.
Yeah.
And I think that counts because we do mostly cross stitch, but we do some other crafts. So.
yes, yes.
And I like the fact she didn't do it, but she was going to make fun of me for wearing 2 pairs of glasses.
Yeah.
But, you know, I can't help it.
Hey, I had laser surgery, so I don't need glasses at the moment. I did when I was younger, but laser surgery fixed that for the time being. But apparently I will still get natural age deterioration and I'll need reading glasses at some point.
Oh, well, when you're old, you can worry about that.
Yep.
So what else have you got this week, Jen?
Well, I was somewhat inspired by Lisa. Well, I didn't try the ice dyeing or quite as many variations as Lisa, but I tried some tea dyeing. So I don't drink regular black tea. I do have some in the house because, you know, I have visitors and they do it. But I have some very nice fruit teas, and one is this really pretty pinky red colour. It's cranberry and pomegranate. So I thought that might work quite well on some fabric. So I had a little tiny piece, and I don't know how well you can see in this light, but it has gone a nice sort of soft pink. I think next time I might try leaving it in there a little bit longer and see if I can get a little bit brighter, but I thought that's just as a test piece to see how it works. So
It'll be ready for
it still
future smalls exchange.
smells faintly of cranberry,
Oh, nice.
which is really nice. And I think the last time I was on, I said that I was expecting some stitchy mail, and it has arrived. So I've got a couple of things. First thing, very excited. I have mentioned before that I do kind of like lots of French things, and so I bought myself some new Eiffel Tower scissors.
Très joli.
So yes, so that was kind of cute when I saw them on eBay. So they're not the best for you know, close work, for needlework. They're not terribly sharp, but at the top, but they do cut quite nicely. And I thought just something different.
Nice,
to have.
nice gift. That's good.
Yes, and then so Lisa's actually been to visit JK's Stitching Supplies. I haven't been there in person, but I order online, and so I had another delivery from Janet.
Yep.
So I got some fabric. This is Pole Stitches. It's called, the colour is Snowy Mountain, and it's 28 count Brittany Lugana, and it's a really pretty bluey browny kind of
Oh, nice.
colour. So I have, with the help of some friends who worked out how big I needed it, Lisa and I are going to do Little House Needleworks
Neighbourhood.
Little House Neighbourhood, and we thought that this will be the right size and would be a nice kind of background colour for that. So
And it's going to be one of our new starts for next year.
yes,
Not sure yet if it's making it to the official Stitch Along list or not, but it's a Jenny and Lisa Stitch Along. So any of you who are watching, if you'd like to join us, keep watching. We'll let you know when we're starting.
Yep.
It's I think it's either earmarked for the end of January or February.
okay,
I'm not sure exactly when. It's one of our first starts.
okay.
And what else you got?
Okay, and I don't know if I've mentioned before, but I'm a cub leader. I inspired Lisa to also become a cub leader. So I bought the Let's Go Camping pattern, and this is a little bit American. In Australia, we don't call them cookies, so I'm going to change that one to say damper, which is a very Aussie thing.
It's Aussie bread
Aussie bread.
cooked on the Barbie.
Yeah,
We don't
it was
call it-
originally Swagman bread because it's fairly dense and it keeps for a while, and so you can travel with it.
We cook on the Barbie or
Yeah.
the fire, not the grill.
No. And I got Monasterium Design Willie's Quaker Band, which is also really pretty and a few different colour variations.
I like the middle one.
Yeah, and this was, I think, a sort of, I don't know, does Janet have a sale? Well,
Oh,
all
she
her
has
prices are very reasonable
But there's
anyway.
a clearance section.
I think that was from the clearance section. And this one, which Lisa's already put dibs on for when I finished it.
Yes.
It's another Blackbird Designs, Strawberry Fields Forever.
I'm very excited. You've got to get on to stitching it because I want to stitch it this year.
Yeah. Now, I have to say, like, when I first read Strawberry Fields Forever, I thought, oh, that's a Beatles song. I didn't actually realise that this is inspired by
Yeah.
the Beatles song. But I'm sorry, but that doesn't look anything like anything that you would associate with the Beatles or
No.
19...
But they've done a whole series of Beatles
Yes.
songs, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's all my stash, my new stitchy stash.
Well, that's exciting. Good stash. All right. Well, that's all for the Jen update.
Yes.
Plans, Jen? Any plans?
Well, now that I've finished my small, and I've started doing a Teresa Wentzler pattern for one of my nephews, and when I first photocopied my working copy of the pattern, I didn't do very well with the overlapping, and I actually missed a couple of rows. So I've done a new copy, and I've transferred the colouring in of the stitches I've already done onto the new one, so I can get back into that.
Cool. Well, I've got news on that sort of front too. I got my tablet
Yes.
for the Pattern Keeper app, and then we discovered that my pattern, my HAID, doesn't load. But I've been in contact with the developer, and she's been emailing me back. So fingers crossed, she might be able to make it work, and then I'll be able to convert totally to it. And I'm planning to use it for most of my patterns because I used to be totally electronic. You probably remember that. I was always using my iPad for my patterns.
Yep.
So my plan is to use a tablet for everything stitching, and then I don't have to worry about it blowing away or whatever. Yeah, so that's my plan. So, all right, well, next time you see Jen, I imagine, we'll be at our little Mittagong Stitches retreat in a few weeks' time.
Yay.
So that'll be great. And that'll have to be a special episode that week, but we'll work something out for you.
Yep.
In the meantime, you're stuck with just boring old me. But that's what you're used to. So,
Oh, and
yep.
and we hit a new milestone.
Yes, I forgot. So, in a few seconds when I come back,
Yeah.
when it's just me on another day later in the week, we are going to have a giveaway for the 300 subscribers.
Yay!
Yay! So thank you to our 300 subscribers for subscribing and watching and commenting. We've had a lot more comments lately. We really like getting the feedback and talking to you. So yeah, thank you. Some of the comments we had were people asking how they can help me in the Stitcher games. It's still not quite clear, but we'll get back to you on that. But basically, you can do stitches. You can make a post on the Semi-Sane site, and as I say, there'll be a sponsor post, and you basically say, yep, I'd like to stitch however many stitches it says for a flamethrower for Lisa. And then I'll have to stitch a couple of stitches, well, a couple hundred stitches to actually get the flamethrower. But I believe what might happen is if like 4 of you stitch the flamethrower, then I might actually get a flamethrower for free. That's a tongue twister. Say flamethrower for free. Oh my goodness, didn't even know that one was coming. So yeah, keep watching. If you have commented that you're interested, try and find me on Facebook, which is probably a bit funny because you don't actually know my name. So on Facebook, I'm Lisa N. Lane. So look me up and let me know, and I will I'll try and do a chat or something to tell you what's happening. But I seriously have no idea yet what's happening. But I've just got to get through the Halloween sale first before I can start Stitcher's games. So yeah, my plan this week is to finish my homework, as always, and just get ready for the Stitcher's games. And we were talking about something else, but I can't remember what it was. So I will give you more details on the 300 subscriber giveaway. I would imagine because it's a 300 subscriber giveaway, we possibly might have 3 prizes.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
we shall see.
Yep.
I will chat to Jen about that, and we will pick which prizes we're going to offer and give you more details when I come back. So I will see you soon. Bye.
Bye from me.
Good afternoon again, FlossTube friends. Well, I'm back for the second part of this video since I filmed the first part, as you just saw with Jenny a few days ago. So this part is all about my stitching for this week. I have been madly stitching because I had to finish off the Halloween murder mystery, and I'm very pleased to say it is now finished. I made it to the end, and I came in at 2nd place for behind Stitch and Button, Vic Gable. We both had the same pick of who was the murder suspect, but Vicky put a bit more effort into her story than me, so she won. So she walks away with 15 entries in their prize draw, and I walk away with 10, which is pretty cool. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, I have been stitching, and the big news today is the Stitcher games have commenced. Thank you so much for the people who commented about sponsoring me. Some of you are underway. We really do need your help so that we can stay afloat. So if you are doing any stitching during the day that's between 200 and 600 stitches each day, I would really love to hear from you about how you can help me out. It's just as simple as posting a starting photo, doing your stitches, putting an end photo and saying what you want to get for me, and then just when they assign it to you, popping it on my post. Really easy peasy, and it'll make a huge difference to me as I progress through the game. All right, stitching. Well, I have done, since I filmed last week, check through it, yep, 3,763 stitches, which is just amazing considering I've been at work for, well, I had a few days off, but I was at work. I have done heaps and heaps of different things for different prompts, so I'm just going to go through and tell it to you. Lots of, I guess, me putting photos in. I'll try and remember to do it. So the first one after I filmed, which was still part of the Halloween candy pop-up, I use this one for things for that, and also to do with something that had rooms in it, as well as for the 30 minutes a day group, something that was hard and soft. So I'm not sure, I might have shown you this already. Probably did if I stitched the other day. But anyway, I'll show you again. So my painted orphans now looks like this. So there's almost a whole house there So I'm basically up to date. I guess there's a new pattern in my email now for November. And then I've got December to go. So we're nearly there with this one. Really been enjoying this. Cannot recommend Ships Manor enough. Their service, their communication, and their products are really cool. So I've been enjoying doing that. So I think I already showed you that because it's ringing a bell. Now the next one I worked on is Where My Heart Blooms, which I did for 30 minutes because it had a heart. And I think I get confused because I do the homework video with Sammy, but I did that because it has a heart. And I also then had to do stitches on something, for Shell's group, that had a chimney. Now this one I started to use for Stitcher Games as well. So previously it looked like this, and now it looks like this. Isn't that stunning? So that is basically almost the whole top half of the pattern except for the side borders. And then I've just got to finish the house and then do the rest of the borders. So it is my dream to get this done by the end of the year. So it will definitely be part of that, finish that stitch sale that we're running in Virtual Stitches. So I'll keep that up a bit more. Yeah, it's pretty, really enjoying this. And thank you again to the lovely Kathy who donated it to me all those months ago with the threads and the fabric. Really felt loved by that and am enjoying stitching it. So much so I've bought a whole bunch more Blackbird designs to do. Okay, next one I have been working on was a biggie. We Are Human Sal. And so previously it looked like this. And the We Are Human Sal I did for my 30 minutes a day this week, or an hour a day, because for the embroidery.com challenge, we did a Stitchy Witchy challenge. We had to stitch on a project for an hour a day for 13 days. And so this one ended up being the one I finished off on for that. So it previously looked like this. I think I just showed you that. It's now looking like this. So I worked on all this guy here, little dude sitting down next to his thing with a camel and under the Viking ship. So now I've got to move down. I've got a bit more to do on the side. I showed you before, but there's the side I've already done. So this one I used for Magical Stitches. And the reason was that we had to spell out Dumbledore. Okay, so for Dumbledore, there is, hold this up so I can get to everything on this side. There is a door, D for door. There is a U for universe. There is, well, everywhere there's M for men. There is B for boat, which is on this side. There's boat, B for boat. There's L for ladies. Well, there's ladies on this side. One there, one on the other side. There is E for Egypt, which is the pyramids there, and that guy. There is a D for disco ball. I haven't stitched that yet, but there is one on the picture. O was, again, I could use outer space, or I thought I could use orangutan. R for rocket ship, which I haven't stitched yet, and E for eyes, because there's heaps of eyes in the project. So yeah, I'm really loving this. It's actually got me wanting to do more of Clouds Factory's designs. They take a bit of time, but they're quite an easy stitch. I do enjoy them. Right, next up then, I worked on my fairy tale sal. This was for Shell's group. Had to do something that was a fairy. So previously looked like this. And the reason why it's a fairy tale is because she's a fairy up in that corner. You can see how much she's a fairy. So I worked down here on Gretel. She actually looks like a ghostly Gretel at the moment, but I haven't done her skin, but I did the rest of her, and that was all the stitches I needed. So again, going well. I'm a bit behind. They've just released the last one, that side, and it is Cinderella, which we were expecting. So I've got to do the Snow Queen / Elsa, Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and then Cinderella. So yeah, that's going to be on my list to do. At the very least, will be and finish that stitch December. My stitching's totally run by homework this week and Stitcher Games trying to get things done. The next one I worked on was my Spooky Hollow. I did this because I had to do 400 stitches on something with a moon in it. So it previously looked like this. And I worked on basically this whole bottom border. So I have finished, apart from the back stitch and a little bit of green, that whole top panel. So I've got 3 more panels to do for that. It may get a fair bit done because it's quite a quick stitch in Stitcher Games, or you never know, it may roll over till next December, but it's still on Q-Snap because I think it will get another look in. And then the final piece I've done in the last week is working on Alice. Now I haven't finished working on Alice yet, but she's to do with there being something hidden in her picture. She was previously looked like this. And in the picture I haven't got, there's a clock here and there's also a bunny rabbit up in the curtain. So that's where we're up to with Alice. She's looking stunning, still looking like a My Little Pony though. I like that up, still does. But getting there, so I'm working on this ribbon today. I have to stitch 500 stitches to get a bow and arrow to fire at someone. We're being quite enthusiastic with our Stitchers Games. We understand it's survival of the quickest and fastest and most strategic. So hopefully our strategy will work. So I'm going to go in a minute and enjoy stitching that. I'm just making this quick update from me. I didn't get any stash. I did get some more stash. I bought some more fabric, another big pile of fabric, but that's okay. I can show you that later, or not really worry, because I'm mostly going to dye it anyway. But what I do have to do is give my next giveaway. So thank you for watching. Jen and I really appreciate it. We love the comments. We love the fact that we have a loyal band of watchers who watch us steadily. We just wish we could get a bigger reach out there, because unfortunately the Australians don't seem to get noticed in all the suggestions for people who just watch FlossTube. So if you do watch FlossTube and you have some way of telling anyone about us and you want to, please do. We would love to continue to grow our subscribers. But in honor of that, I have got 3 prizes to give away. First one is a used pattern, but it's a Country Threads, which is an Australian one. All right, and it's called Lots of Lorikeets. Lorikeets are beautiful Australian native birds. So if you would like to win this secondhand pattern of the Country Threads, all you need to do is say, I'd like to stitch the birds. So if you'd like to stitch the birds and go into the running for this, then please do so. And most likely you've got till next weekend, sometime next weekend, do the drawing. So maybe the weekend after. Don't know, might leave around for 2 weeks, I'm not sure. But just enter if you want to. I'd like to stitch the birds. Please, obviously, rules apply, be over 18 so we can get your address. Don't mention giveaway because we don't want spammers. And also, please be a subscriber. Okay. The next one, I thought I'd give away a really beautiful kit. And this one here is from Permanent Copenhagen. I bought this when I went to Copenhagen quite a few years ago. And I got it because it was a beautiful birth sampler. So you can do it as a boy or a girl. I think you've got this basically the same pattern. But if you have anyone who's having a baby and you'd like a beautiful birth sampler, here is the full kit. Comes with all the threads, and it comes with a, looks like an 18 count Aida. So it's from the Permanent Copenhagen, really, really beautiful design company. Okay, from Europe. So if you would like that, say I'd like to stitch the baby. So I'd like to stitch the birds, I'd like to stitch the baby. And also another full kit. Look at the colors in this. Aren't they just super stunning? Beautiful colors. Again, I think this one stitches up a lot better than it looks on the pattern. It's on a 16 count Aida, I think. And it is called The Heart of Our Home. part of our home is love. Look at those cute kitty cats, cute little raccoons and rabbits. Very cute pattern. So again, it's the full kit, it's a Design Works. So if you would like this one, I'd like to stitch the cats. So that gives you 3 choices. So just to remind you, just in case you haven't been paying attention, I'd like to stitch the birds for a used pattern of Laura Keats. The pattern's in great condition. I'd like to stitch the baby for the Perman kit, or I'd like to stitch the cats for the cat kit. And I will look forward to hearing from you. Thank you again for watching, and all the best for the week. If you are a fellow tribute in Stitcher Games, then I wish you all the best. If you are someone who is thinking you can help because you can do 200 to 600 stitches a day, then please message me or find me on Facebook, and I will look forward to telling you how you can help, because I would love all the help I could get. So thank you very much. Until next time, happy stitching.